r/ask Reddit. What was very popular in the 90s and almost extinct now? Fancy CD towers. But they're just holding the cases. You have them all in a fake leather book in the car. Edit. Thank you kind strangers. And your top 5 or 6 favorites in a holder that straps to your sun visor for extra easy access. Well, your real top 6 were in this 12-disc changer in the trunk or glove box. Signing a guest book on a website. Webrings. Edit. Lot of people asking what a webring was. Webring, not Webring. It was a way of linking to other sites covering a similar topic. You join a webring and then place a banner at the bottom of your site. This banner would have buttons such as next, previous and random, which would take you to a different site, and the webring was a great way of driving extra traffic to your site in the earlier days of the internet. Under construction. Dancing Baby GIF. Dancing Baby GIF, the meme of the 90s. Recording songs off the radio onto cassette tapes. I guess this is more 80s than 90s for most, but my poor ass was doing this well into the mid 90s. I did it all the time into the 90s. Absolutely. I used to hate when the DJs would cut in before it ended. Payphones. You have a collect call from Imat Thamal Pikmube. Wahadababi Eats a Boy. Edited to add, a lot of people seem to remember this as a phone company or collect calling ad, but it was always Geico. Think about it. Why would a phone company put out an ad showing you how to cheat their system? Also, those terrible Looney Tunes gangsta t-shirts. I recall seeing them everywhere. You can still see them extensively in Mexico. And stickers and other stuff too, mostly in public buses. There's a joke regarding that. Your chances of getting mugged proportionally increase depending on the amount of Looney Tunes gangsta stuff around you. Narrators for movie trailers. Edit. The movie trailer for 1999's The Mummy had a narrator, and I like to think 2001's The Lord of Rings trailer popularized the trend of using in movie dialogue as narration. Post edit. Do yourself a favor this weekend. Get some of your best buds together, popcorn, and a case of your favorite beer and watch The Mummy on Netflix. Thank me later. In a world. 13 minutes of paying homage to this type of trailer. Hello, Smith residents. My teas for you, comma, edit. Thanks for my very first silver, stranger, D. WHO is IT? May I ask who's calling please? Inflatable furniture. I still have my Darth Maul inflatable chair downstairs. It's gonna make a comeback someday. Edit. Updated with pic edit 2. A few people asked about the room the chair was sitting in, so here it is. But with robot legs. Blockbuster. And at the store we stopped to choose a film to frighten, fret, amuse, a case to hold inside our hands, a sleeve we picked from shelves and stands, to read the front, to choose a snack, to pick a film and put it back, and search amongst the rest, and then we'd simply pick the first again. We used to stop inside the store. Alas, we stopped no more. I read on Reddit summer turned into movie themed secret bars. Columbia House. 8 CDs for a penny. I probably joined and quit about 15 times. I did the same thing. To this day I don't know how they made any money. Video cassette rewinders. Go to make sure you don't get that fine from Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, and if you went shopping at the right place you could get one that looked like a sports car. Be kind, rewind. When I was a kid, my job on movie night was rewinding the movie, putting it away, and putting in the next one. For ages, I would just scoot over to the VCR and do it there. Then for Christmas, my parents got me one of those rewinders. It was magical. We were suddenly watching the next movie before the first one was done rewinding. Took me a while to realize that while that Christmas present had my name on it, it was really a gift for everyone because they wanted to get to the next movie faster, and also that I was the only one in the family that had a job on movie night. Bill Cosby. Taking bets for when he is gonna die. I'll start November 2019. I'll give anywhere from the 20th of May 20 to May 2023. Hypercollar t-shirts and Magic Eye posters. I miss Magic Eye posters and books. I could never see the image in those. Something might be wrong with my eyes. GeoCities. Goes extinct March of this year. It still exists, I taught myself HTML and tied up my family's phone line building a Redwall fan site in like 1997. Thank you for your service to Mossflower. Logged in today and am completely baffled at the amount of Brian Jakes lovers I've never met. Feels good, man, to know that I'm not alone in the never-ending love of old tales and delicious victuals. 3. Getting pictures developed after a vacation. Dropping off disposable cameras not knowing what kind of crazy pics were going to show up. I used to work at a drugstore where we would send off disposable cameras and film to Fujifilm to be developed, and the customers would come pick it up after we got it back like 2 weeks later. A lady brought in a disposable camera she had found while cleaning her house and had no idea what might be on it. 2 weeks later, surprise, it was pictures of her daughter, who was in her 20s, sucking some dude's dong. AOL. Sadly, it's not. I'm an IT guy and used to work for a MSP. Think third-party IT. Some of the dinosaur company owners still use AOL and pay for IT. Also, the amount of AOL emails is gross. I still have my AOL screen name from 6th grade. I use it for coupons so my real email, professional email, doesn't get bogged down with junk email. Answering a phone call. Edit. Holy shit. I made a random tipsy comment at the bar last night while I was waiting for a ride, and I find it's damn near 10k upvotes and has been silvered and gold just now. Thanks everyone. Be sure to answer your phone calls, especially if they're from your mother. Who wants to talk to some guy from India claiming they work for the eyes and need Apple gift cards or you'll be arrested? I'm actively teaching my kids not to answer the phone for this reason after a scammer made them cry by telling them I was going to jail if I didn't pay my taxes. Let it go to voicemail and call back if it's someone you know. Walkman. Mine still works. Are you telling me I'm not popular? Pogs. Remember Alf? He's back. In Pog form. Looks like everything's turning up Millhouse. Internet chat rooms. Not MSN Messenger where you spoke to your friends but anonymous chat rooms with strangers. It was strangely exciting and you didn't have to worry about creeps. I have a friend on Facebook who I met in an MSN Classic Rock chat room in 1998 but we've never met IRL. Edit. Wow, my first gold. Thanks. Edit 2. I was today years old when I discovered Discord. Now I feel old. Ah yes. First thing you ask someone was SL? Yeah, and when I was 14 I used to pretend I was 17 so people didn't think I was immature. Mixtapes and mix CDs. It used to be an art form because you had a limited amount of time to work with, unlike now where people can just make playlists that are hours long. Last night, my roommate was going through a binder of CDs. He had one labeled Clips of Office Space. It just had audio clips from the movie. I thought that was the most 2000s thing I'd ever heard of. I made a mix CD for my friend in college. The first track was Sami losing his shit in traffic. She liked the CD one, guess cause we're married now. Edit. Oh wow. Found the track listing. Office Space. Sami swearing Foo Fighters. Everlong Aerosmith. Dream on Bjork. Venus as a Boy Bjork. Hyperballad Daft Punk. One More Time Blondie. Maria Blink 182. What's My Age Again, Smashing Pumpkins 1979 Garbage. Milk Incubus. Drive Madonna. The Power of Goodbye Placebo. The Innocence of Sleep Gladiator soundtrack. Now We Are Free Requiem for a Dream. Summer Overture The Cure. To Wish Impossible Dreams Whole. Malibu Strung Out. Savin Daffy. Morning Star. The tribal tattoo still around, but not quite the rite of passage for college students anymore. LOL. Got one the day I turned 18 in 99. I was cool for about 2 years. Bobbed wire tattoo around the arm too. Tamagotchis. My wife's playing on her Tamagotchi next to me. They've got Bluetooth now. Shit's crazy. I heard some girl in a store say she wanted a Tamagotchi. I questioned what year it was. Also the first time I've seen one in like 12 years. I had no idea they still sold them. MSN Messenger. Dial-up internet. Those two go hand in hand in my mind. Waking up scared shitless during the night because your mate is spamming nudges. Those damn plastic jelly shoes. You know, The ones where your feet sweated like you were in purgatory, and then you'd slide in your shoes like an idiot? They're bark. My daughter wears them. Clomp, 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 clomp. Double quote. Free range kids edit. I love reading all the fond memories from 90s kids. If you're not already doing it, don't be shy to get back outside and go exploring. Thanks for the silver. Do parents use caged kids today? Kinda. ICQ. Oh. Butterfly hair clips. CD players. Saturday morning cartoons. People born between 1920 to 1930. Will Smith's rap career. Well, not so sure the people born between 1920 to 1930 were very popular, but have to agree with the rest. The ability to buy a house with a middle class job. Music videos on MTV. Lisa Frank. That's making a large comeback in places like Hot Topic, the makeup community, and Forever 21. Horsing around. Back in the 90s. The phrase "be kind, rewind." Wait, have you not been rewinding your YouTube vids when you're done watching them? I always set it back to 0-100 hours for the next guy. Pega's edit. Everyone here keeps replying that they still use one. The point is they aren't nearly as popular as they used to be. Alta Vista, actually it's completely extinct. Oh. Blast from the past. I remember back in the day when I was searching for everything through Alta Vista. Even got into an argument with a friend about what engine was the best, Alta Vista or Google. I was very, very wrong. Pencil thin brows. Optimism. Ouch, this one hurts. But you'll be happy to know that the dream of the 90s is still alive in Portland. I don't know how they're called in English, but there were this sport shoes, sneakers, with lights in the heel. Every time you took a step the shoe would light up. I thought they were awesome, especially in the dark. Family too poor to buy them for me. I always felt jealousy watching my friends lighting up the street with their shoes. Those are still very popular in kindergarten age kids. Beanbags are almost extinct but are at least an endangered species. Haven't seen one of those suckers since the early 2000s. In living color. This is mainly because today's society cannot tolerate their characters. The Adventures of Handyman. This clip alone is a fine example of what I'm talking about. Jinkos. Arcades. Edit. I guess they're still very popular in some places. There are several bigger barcades where I live as well. But it's more of a novelty, have a microbrew while you play bubble bobble type thing. Not the same vibe as when I was growing up. Floppy disk. Gak. Yo-yos, rollerblades, shitty polygon graphics, parachuting soldier toys, paper fortune tellers, privacy. Slap bracelets. Rachel's haircut from Friends. Microsoft Encarta. Your family greeting you the moment you exit the plane. Love letters. I wish someone wrote me one before they went out of fashion. Edit. Discovered r/pen pulls, thank you. Netscape Navigator. Flash games. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.